Welcome to Iraqi Dinar Update, your go-to source for the latest news, expert insights, and real-time developments on Iraq's currency, economy, and financial reforms. Whether you're a long-time investor or just curious about the dinar, you're in the right place. Ali Mohsen Al-Alak, the current governor of the Central Bank of Iraq, CBI, holds a uniquely important role in the financial and political landscape of modern Iraq, particularly when it comes to managing and eventually adjusting the exchange rate of the Iraqi dinar. The return of Alak to head the central bank was not merely a bureaucratic appointment or a routine reshuffle. It was part of a deeper, strategic decision that connects directly to Iraq's broader monetary reform agenda. Understanding this appointment and the pressure surrounding it requires us to dive into Iraq's post-2003 monetary history, the legacy of Dr. Sinan al-Shabibi, the technocratic ambitions of the CBI, the political interference from parliament, and the multi-year plans to restore the strength of the national currency. Alak had served previously at the helm of the central bank during critical years, where he oversaw various foundational reforms. However, he eventually stepped away, and Dr. Mustafa Ghalib Muqeef took over during a period of immense instability, including during the height of Iraq's economic contraction, falling oil prices, and the emergence of ISIS. Yet the vision that originated during Shabibi's time, an internationally integrated, modernized monetary system, remained intact. Many observers recall that Dr. Shabibi, a respected economist with ties to international institutions like the IMF and World Bank, had a strategic vision to de-dollarize the economy, stabilize the exchange rate, and eventually reintroduce a stronger and internationally accepted Iraqi dinar. Ali Alak worked directly under Shabibi before the latter's health and legal challenges forced him out of public life. This mentorship shaped Alak's understanding of Iraq's unique monetary predicament, a country rich in natural resources, with immense untapped economic potential, and yet weighed down by structural corruption, an overly politicized economy, and a currency that never fully regained its pre-1990 strength. Therefore, when Alak was brought back, it was not merely a return to office but a return to purpose. His reappointment in early 2023 was widely interpreted in financial circles as a calculated step, perhaps even a final phase, toward implementing the long-anticipated revaluation or rate adjustment of the Iraqi dinar. When Frank, in his commentary, says he was brought back to Iraq to run the CBI, and he was brought back to control the rate, what he's really saying is that the technocratic core of the Iraqi financial state wanted a known quantity at the top, a man who understood not only the mechanisms of monetary policy but also the high stakes of revaluation. Alak's ability to operate within the complex web of international financial institutions, particularly under the lens of IMF Article 4 consultations and U.S. Treasury scrutiny, made him a crucial figure in any serious effort to restore the dinar's purchasing power. This is why Alak's return is so pivotal. He is seen as someone who understands the endgame, who has walked through the roadmap laid out years ago during Shabibi's tenure, and who has remained loyal to that original vision of Iraq as a fully integrated financial actor on the global stage. The central bank under Alak has already moved forward with several critical reforms, digitizing the banking sector, requiring all transactions to route through international banking systems, halting the unauthorized use of the dollar, and increasing gold reserves to shore up confidence in the national currency. These are not random reforms, they are the foundational steps that precede any credible shift in exchange rate policy. More recently, Iraq's Article 4 consultation with the IMF highlighted progress in inflation control, foreign reserve accumulation, and financial sector stabilization. Behind these dry metrics lies a narrative of preparation. The IMF does not sign off on major exchange rate shifts lightly. It demands structure, predictability, and above all, sustainability. This suggests that Alak is not just waiting for some arbitrary date to release the new rate. Instead, he is waiting for all the systemic indicators to align: political stability, regional security, technical readiness of banks, and most importantly, international confidence. The political dimension of this is equally important. If Parliament continues its campaign against Alak, they may delay or derail the reform timeline. But Alak's reappointment has been backed by Iraq's prime ministers and supported quietly by international stakeholders who see monetary reform as essential to Iraq's long-term stability and growth. This is a high-wire act. Too much delay and confidence fades, too much haste and the system could destabilize. It's important to stress here that the revaluation of a currency is not a decision made in isolation. It involves hundreds of interlocking pieces: sovereign reserves, foreign currency flows, debt obligations, and bilateral trade relationships. When Alec releases the new rate, it will be not because he is politically pressured to do so, but because all the variables have been meticulously managed into alignment. The current controlled float, managed by regular interventions from the CBI to ensure exchange stability, is likely to evolve into a more flexible exchange mechanism only once Iraq's banking system is fully compliant with FATF standards and able to withstand market pressures. In the meantime, citizens like Firefly sense that something big is coming, and they are right to interpret the political attacks on Alec as evidence of reform momentum. Politicians do not attack static figures, they attack people who are poised to make change. The resistance is proof that the process is underway. And while Parliament may attempt to delay the inevitable, the real power lies in the central bank's ability to control capital flows, direct monetary supply, and coordinate with global partners. That power, for now, remains in the hands of Ali Alec. In conclusion, the short statements from Frank and Firefly encapsulate a profound, multi-decade saga of monetary reform, political resistance, and institutional perseverance. Alec's return to the central bank marks the reactivation of a vision set forth by Shobibi, a vision that seeks to reintegrate Iraq into the global financial system through a strong, stable currency. The path ahead is complex, and the final decision on the exchange rate will not be his alone. But Alec's stewardship, patience, and deep understanding of the plan make him the right man at the right time. He knows the plan. He has always known the plan. And now, Iraq watches and waits for the moment when the rate will be released, not by force, not by speculation, but by design. Thanks for tuning in to Iraqi Dinar Update. If you found this content helpful, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss a beat on Iraq's evolving financial landscape. Stay informed and stay ready.